Good evening. If you are watching this video, then I would like to inform you that you are vibrational royalty. And so am I. Look at my thing here. It says it's mirrored, but it says exclusive. What the hell do I mean? What the hell are you on about, Kelly? Once again. It's just something I was thinking about yesterday. Because when you think about the law of attraction and getting what you want, whatever it is, there are a lot of things you have to stop doing. You have to stop talking in opposition to what you want. You have to stop telling yourself that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving. You have to stop thinking these uncomfortable thoughts. But that's difficult to do, right? Because most of us have been trained to do that our whole lives. And so I was wondering, like, what could be something that would help me and maybe help anybody else out there who wants to basically manifest their dreams and just wants a better fucking life. Because it is difficult to not think in opposition to what you want because we're just so accustomed to doing it. And then I received this phrase, vibrational royalty. And I was like, you know what? You're damn right. I am vibrational royalty, and so are you, and so is everybody. But not everyone is acting like it, and not everyone is thinking like it. And I guess I would just like to help you and help future me as well to think more like vibrational royalty. So what the hell does that mean? When you think about royalty, just like royals in real life, royalty, people who are royalty. What are some of the things they all have in common? They don't spend their time with just anybody. They don't spend their time doing just whatever the fuck. And it's kind of the same thing with law of attraction. You can't spend your time doing whatever the fuck and just, hanging around whoever doing whatever. And you can't even think thoughts that are just whatever, because we all have, limited time in the day. And if you want to manifest your dreams, whatever you want to manifest, you can't spend your time doing something that makes you feel worse and worse and worse. Like, you can't really even hang out with people who make you feel worse and worse and worse. You can't do things that make you feel worse and worse and worse because you are then going in the opposite direction of what you want. Why is that? Because everything you want, no matter what kind of dream it is, it's because you think that you will feel better in the having of it. You think you will feel good when you have that. You think you will feel happy when you have that. And because the law of attraction is about creating an emotional state that matches what you want, how are you going to get what you want if you are creating an opposite emotional state, if that makes sense? If all of those things that you want represent a good feeling, then logically it follows that you have to create a good feeling inside yourself so that these things can come to you, so that they are a match to you, to how you feel, because you get how you feel. Law of attraction will deliver to you how you feel in the form of people, places, events, things that you notice in your environment, whatever. Thoughts in your own head too, by the way. Thoughts are manifestations too. And vibrational royalty doesn't spend their time thinking things like, oh, I am not worthy of these things that I want. If you are vibrational royalty, you just go, yeah, I am worthy. Of course I am. And of course you are, because you are here on this earth. You are supposed to get what you want. You are source energy. You are, I don't know, God force. If you are religious, you are God in that case. Like, it doesn't get more worthy than that. You are here just to make your dreams whatever you want, whatever kind of life you want. You are here to make that reality. It's supposed to happen. These things are supposed to come to you. And if you are vibrational royalty, which you are, then you must understand that. Vibrational royalty doesn't spend their time, I don't know, like gossiping with other people about stuff that doesn't matter. Doesn't spend their time being, I don't know, being mean to others. Because all of that is it's just opposite to what you want. It doesn't, if you do those things, you will feel bad. It doesn't matter what you call that feeling, but it's not a good feeling. And if you feel bad, well, that doesn't match those things that you want, because those things represent a good feeling. So you have to find some way to break that spell in your own head. And just like royalty wouldn't entertain just whoever in their space, you wouldn't entertain just whatever thought in your head about yourself, about others, about your life. If a thought, you think something and it makes you feel worse, why would you entertain that? Vibrational royalty wouldn't. Vibrational royalty would be like, what the fuck? Well, that's not me. That doesn't match what I want. So why would I continue to think that? Doesn't make any sense if you look at it that way. I just started thinking about that because it's so easy to get on this track of like bad feeling thoughts, and then you spiral, and then you start ruminating about something that makes you feel worse and worse and worse. But especially if it's something like your worthiness or deservability or something. But if you understand that you are vibrational royalty, why would you ever entertain a thought like that in your head? Royalty wouldn't do that, would they? And sometimes it's difficult for us to like let go of that, because it's like you think about the other people in this world who are not getting what they want, and then it almost feels like, well, I shouldn't get what I want either. I shouldn't get my dreams, because it's like not fair from their perspective. Like you do these kinds of comparisons in your head. But it's like Abraham Hicks likes to say, you can't get depressed enough to help depressed people get happy. So you can't not get to your dreams enough to help people who are not getting to their dreams get to their dreams. So if you're somebody who wants to help others, start to realize their dreams too. Like, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this for myself, for future me, and for you too. Like, whoever cares about this. Like, we are only of help to others if we are an example of thriving. Because you can't get depressed enough to help depressed people get happy. The only thing you can do is be an example of what happy looks like. So that maybe someday they will start to think, hey, maybe that's possible for me too. Because we are all the same. Like, there's nobody that's different from you. You and I, we're the same. We are all under the same sun. We are all source energy or God force, whatever you want to call it. We are all the same. So it's not like anyone was born under some special star, unless I guess you want to think of the sun as a special star. Well, then we are all very, very special. It's just, if you want to help, it would be better to start manifesting those dreams of yours, even though there are lots of people who aren't and who don't believe that they can. But you are of much more help if you actually do manifest your dreams, and then whoever comes asking, hey, what's going on with you? What magic have you got going on? Tell them. Tell them anything you know. And then maybe they will start to believe a little bit more as well in their own deservability, because everyone is vibrational royalty. I am, you are, whoever is. But if you're thinking in opposition to what you want, if you're thinking negatively about yourself and about your life and about others, vibrational royalty doesn't do that. It is not a match to what you want. So, I guess I just want to say to future me and to you, whoever you are, as well, to stop doing that, please. You don't need to do that. You don't need to think these negative things about yourself. I get that it's hard because you have so much momentum, probably. If you have been doing that, you have been thinking bad thoughts about yourself. You have so much momentum in that direction. So then it feels almost impossible to turn that around. But that's the very thing you have to somehow accomplish. You could do less of that. That would help. I like going to the gym, for example. I like fitness. I like working out. And it occurred to me the other day that turns out the brain is also a muscle. Except that this is a muscle that you train with your thoughts. And you can train whatever you want to. You can train yourself into thinking mostly good feeling thoughts, or you can train yourself into thinking mostly bad feeling thoughts. And then your life will begin to reflect that to you. Because it's not the conditions around you that are making you feel anything, it's your thoughts about those conditions that are making you feel anything. And if those thoughts are mostly negative, then your life reflects that. And if they are mostly positive, then your life reflects that. Anyone who has ever gone from a place of having a kind of life that they don't want, with a lot of things happening that they don't want, to having a totally different kind of life, they have had to do that. They have had to turn this way of thinking, this mindset around somehow. They have had to start telling a better feeling story about their life and about the experiences that they have been through. And people don't usually think of that as like a law of attraction thing, but that's exactly what it is. You're training yourself to tell a better feeling story about your life, about yourself, about the things that you've been through, about where your life is currently going. And you know what? That's exactly what vibrational royalty would do. Vibrational royalty would not keep up this inner monologue about how shit your life is. It's just you have to find some way of talking about whatever's going on that feels better. You have to find some better feeling thoughts. Because if you're just sitting around and waiting for conditions to change so that you could observe them and have a good feeling reaction to them, you will be waiting a really long time, like forever, because it just doesn't work that way. It's your emotional state that's been matched. Your reality is matching how you're mostly feeling about things. So if you want, reality is just a reflection. If you want the reflection to change, you need to start thinking accordingly. So I guess next time you start thinking these thoughts that don't feel good, think about being vibrational royalty. Why would you entertain a thought like that? It's not who you are. You are vibrational royalty. Not every person, not everything has access to you. You don't spend your time with just anybody, and that goes for thoughts as well. Not every thought deserves a place in your head. So next time you start thinking these thoughts that feel worse and worse and worse, just remember, I'm telling this to myself too. You are exclusive, vibrational royalty. So act like it, think like it, feel like it. I hope this helps, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.